how would you like to be introduced in terms of your name?
It's the white boy.
just Tobias. Like two.
Two Tobias.
Yeah.
With 3 boys. You can see on my forehead, I got 5 fingers.
It's 5.
This guy knows how to count.
You know how to count. Upside down finger left.
The only gang signs I can do.
That's a gang sign?
No. That's why I can do it.
I want to come with the S.I.D. gang sign, but like, how the hell do you do an S?
Talking to Mike, man.
You could do a whole, like you could. That's an S technically.
But you would need like 2 of them. You need like 2 of the hands.
You could do an S with your body.
Like the YMCA? Bro, that should be the intro. We just go out there. Tobias, man. How are you doing, my brother?
I'm good, man.
I'm very excited for you to be on the pod.
I'm just here for the sugar, bro.
Just here for the sugar, man. First apple crisp in a minute, eh?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
My mom made us a treat tonight. She made us some apple crisp. So you're gonna have to listen to this through the whole episode.
Shout out to Mom.
Some good mac and cheese.
Little Mac.
It's actually really, really good. And some, it's not even too sweet. You know what I'm saying? It's actually perfect.
She's actually perfected it. Like if she doesn't make it for a few months, I have to be like, yo, like the hood needs the apple crisp, bro.
When's the last time you cooked? Honestly speaking.
This guy?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me think about this. Craft dinner count?
No. God no.
I don't know, a few months.
That's a blessing.
Really?
Yeah,
That's actually
well,
a blessing.
here's the thing. Either eat out, or you guys would be kind enough to make me some food, or guys make like mac and cheese or get like a rotisserie or some shit. I don't like cooking. I don't like the time it takes, and I just like some people like it relax them. They really enjoy it. I see it as a waste of time. It's the same as like sweeping the floor or something like that. Like if I have to do it, I will. But it's like,
I relate.
I'd rather spend the extra like $3 or $4 and not have to do that.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I've had to step up my game because I'm forced to.
Yeah.
Fire now.
Yeah. And fire?
The kid fire.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So it's like if I can't cook a meal for her,
I'm telling you,
then I'm nothing.
What type of body, bro?
Real and
Right?
and it's like it's
I have
one
no
thing
value.
Yeah.
your woman should be out there, making the money,
Yeah.
All that, and you should be at home cooking and
can't
cleaning.
even take.
It's 2023 now,
It's
baby.
true, man.
Yeah.
I was good learning and stuff like that. Me, fortunately, like I grew up pretty much in the kitchen. My mom, dad, everybody in my family know how to cook, and they had restaurants, catering companies, and all of that. So.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's why I be in the kitchen.
You already know Chef Chevron.
Yeah, that's true.
Cooking
With the finest.
You're the best meal I ever had from you. I mean, just because it's one of the only ones I think you cooked yourself.
Really?
Was the men's luncheon.
Oh, bro, that was a day. I remember that.
I'd say try not to cuff it like that. Just try to like.
Oh, okay. Is this good?
Yeah, it's not making the audio straight, but
I should know this shit. Okay.
yeah, it's all good. It's all good. It's your mic, but it's okay.
True. Yeah, that was you and
Me and Derek.
Yeah. What do they go? What's their name? The rapper name?
Bradley.
Yeah,
Radley.
Derek is Radley.
Radley.
Yeah.
You and they cooked the best meal ever.
Yeah, that was busting, bro. So
I
yeah.
don't even know what the best meal that you've made for me was. I've had way too many now. To make it count, definitely your curry chicken is unmatched, though.
That's what Tobias had as well, some curry pork.
Unmatched, for sure. A lot of times I'll make deals with Harvey, though. It'll be like, I'll buy the groceries, or like I'll buy like the groceries for the meal, and then he'll make like a bunch of it, and then he'll have some of it too.
Man, hustling to eat.
It's a good deal.
It is. He's like, because Harvey's an amazing cook too.
You two got a pretty good system where you would probably take him to school and you'd buy him McDonald's or something.
I give him 2 or 3 days, drives a day, get him some coffee every once in a while.
That's the deal, man.
But no, like, especially like, you're living that father life now. It's one thing to like, if you like, if I were to guess, whenever you're a parent, it probably forces you to set a better example. Like it's one thing to make like craft dinner for yourself every night, but if you got a little one, you can't be,
I love it. It's like a flex. Like I was like, oh, for me, it's like I'll just eat whatever. But now it's like I my day is improved. I did something good if I have like a well balanced meal.
Yeah. Some veggies. Some fish.
Like get everything in there, and I don't even really season it too much with her yet because she can't have too many spices.
Yeah.
But sometimes she had spicy food once.
Oh really?
I don't know if I should say this, but she had spicy food once because she just snatched the food.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I had two separate things, and she had it and she was eating. She coughed. She was coughing, and then she was like more. She was like, "Well," I'm like, "No, you can't have any more of that." But she wanted more.
Yeah. It tastes good.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Her mom, she's got a lot of people in her bloodline that like spice.
I was thinking the same thing. Both sides.
Yeah.
How old is she now? If you don't mind, I don't know if it's classified.
She's a year and 4 months.
Wow.
Yeah, 4 months, crazy.
Wow.
I remember the first time he told me he was gonna be a dad, and he pulled me aside and he was like, "Man, I got something to tell you." And I immediately know, I was like, I told him, I immediately know this guy gonna be a father.
Wow.
And it's been
You were the only one, man. Like, that's crazy. Was that in the Old Triangle?
I was at Old Triangle.
Yeah.
I was at a show, I think it was Prototype Show.
Yeah.
He was doing something now.
Wow.
You had a good set there.
Yeah.
That was the first time I ever saw you rap.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
Was it in one of our songs?
No, that was when I was with Spring Park and Rodley. Those.
Oh, that was a minute ago,
Their
right?
songs, yeah.
Yeah.
That has been a minute.
I guess it doesn't feel like that long ago.
Make sure you talk on the mic, bro.
Sheesh.
We need to be that guy, but I don't remember exactly when you told me, but I just remember. Obviously, I was really surprised, but I just remember how nonchalant you were about it. You're just like, "Yeah, man, so I'm gonna have a kid," and I'm like, "Damn," and you're just like, "Yep." That's
just like me trying to oppose the nonchalantness of the whole situation.
Yeah.
I was like, it just was what it was.
And that's kind of, it seems like the way that you kind of go through life, so you're very like, kind of stoic about things. You're just like,
Appreciate that.
Like the good and the bad.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'd like to put it in my music too. Like I have a lot of songs where I was like super, super, super mad.
Yeah.
Super upset. And I was super happy that the only thing that I was able to do that I chose to do in those moments was make music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like I often wish I had, I was producing and making music in high school whenever I had the most anger.
Oh.
Because I did other things to kind of release. I didn't really have a release. You know what I mean? So it built up and built up and built up. And now I have a much more emotionally intelligent release for what I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? Because before I just didn't. I didn't. Even if it was soccer or whatever, athletics or whatever, it just wasn't. There wasn't that emotional component of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first time that I sat down, because I was just freestyling whenever I was starting out. I was just messing around, smoking weed in the back of cars and stuff. And the first time that I sat down with a producer and I was seeing them make a song, and they because they knew that I could rap. And it was about 2020, and they were like, "Okay, so like, what does this song mean for you?" And I was like, "It kind of reminds me of like pain. Like it's like painful. It's emotional and painful." And they're like, "Okay, and what does that mean for you?" And I had never, they're like, "Now you need to write about that.
Yeah.
What this pain means for you, specifically you. You're not trying to, be another rapper, And then I was like, oh shit, and I wrote for like 2 hours.
Wow.
And then that was like whenever I realized that this is a release, and I can actually be an artist. You know what I'm saying?
That's amazing, man.
Yeah. It's a big moment for me.
That's one of the most important things that I think about rap and writing music in general, is that it forces you to face that emotion and really flesh it all out. A lot of people ask me, like, like, what should I write about? What's a word that rhymes with And I'm like, well, how do you feel? And explain it. It's literally,
And it's not a bad place to start.
Yeah.
Just trying to rhyme.
Yeah.
Just trying to do whatever, because I feel like that's how everybody starts.
Yeah, that's right.
And they start with like thinking that the glorification of all the shit, and that's something that you were talking about, that you posted. You were saying like how whenever hip hop started, it was actually the opposite.
Yeah.
Like the messages and
Positive.
very positive.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like there was a movement between all the greats, and that was identified by, I guess, government or whoever, and they were just like, no, let's spin this. Let's bring gangster and thug and
detrimental.
yeah, and so for me and for a lot of young white kids and a lot of young black kids too, I would say, is like they think that glorification is cool.
Oh, yeah.
Because it gives them some kind of feeling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And you start doing that, right? And I remember there would be a bunch of white kids around me rapping, saying the N-word, and it always made my skin crawl.
And you instantly just like punch them right in the nutsack.
I actually punched the guy in the throat one time, just once, and he wasn't even rapping. He was just saying.
He was just standing.
He was just saying it.
Business.
Yeah, man. He was just saying it, and he was just like, and I was like, don't say that. And he was like, he's like, what? This? He said it like 10 times in a row, and I was like, bro, if you say that again, I'm gonna punch you in the throat.
Yeah.
And then he said it again, I punched him in the throat.
There you go.
And he was mad at me for like 3 years, and I never talked to him again. I'm like, he messaged me, he's like, oh, I see what I did. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I don't want to talk to you again.
Yeah.
It was wild.
Yeah, where did that happen?
That happened in a car on the way to Peaks. I think I was 19.
Oh jeez.
And of course, I won't use names. I would love to though.
No name go there.
It was. He wasn't even really my friend. You know what I'm saying? He was friends with one of my guys. And my friend was Russian, and he loved freestyling. Never ever wanted to become an artist or rapper, but just loved freestyling. And he brought a couple of his friends one day, and they were just spewing the N-word, and I was like,
just spewing.
It's like, please, like,
not even dropping it in there, but just spewing
just saying the word.
Yeah.
Just saying the word. And I was like, and then my friend was like, oh yeah, his mom's Jamaican. And then I was like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, just don't say it around me. Like, you can do whatever you want to do. Like, I guess.
Would your Russian friend rap with a Russian accent?
He would do that sometimes. He would rap in Russian.
I drink the vodka, make me strong like bull.
Yes.
What's in the bull?
Yes. He was actually strong like a bull. I think he's a fighter now.
Russians are insane, bro.
Yeah.
Like, Russians are
Shout out to Cloudy.
Shout out to Cloudy, bro. By the way, I have something really funny to anyway, Cloudy's a real one. I'll give him a quick shout out, man. He's a Russian guy who's helping me out with my computer. This is an example of Russians being just like, geez, bro.
Yeah.
So he's helping me with my computer, set this thing up. We're having some challenges with Windows and Windows 11, and he had to go through these different things to get it set up and download a whole new version of Windows and all this shit. And he stayed up until like 8 in the morning for like 9 hours straight. Didn't even take a break to get take a piss.
Yeah.
That's
the type of shit he's on, man.
For real, man. Shout out Cloudy.
Oh, that motherfucker pressure, bro.
That shit's fresh.
Bro, I had a picture of a salmon on my story.
Yeah.
You see that? Like just a straight salmon, like 2 days ago. Cooked salmon. Delicious. And he messaged me, and he's like,
That's your pressure.
I have the thing. I was like, he's like, I ain't gonna lie. When I saw this bitch, I knew this bitch was pressure. He's like talking about my salmon, bro. That's so funny. I showed up to my mom, and she's like, is that English? She did not even understand what he was saying.
Yeah.
Like, I had to explain that he was trying to hype up the salmon.
Yeah. It's pressure.
That's what he says a lot. Pressure.
Yeah, that shit pressure.
Oh.
Have you heard the term pressure before? I had to ask him, like, where does that come from?
Man, I think he has a lot of black friends.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
But that's just the sense I get. I could be wrong. Maybe that's...
I think he has a lot of online
Because
black friends, yeah.
he speaks... My mom was like, that guy... I showed him a picture, and she was like, wow.
Yeah.
How is that his voice?
Yeah.
Bro, he sounds like Chevy's dad.
Yo, Chevy, bro, that shit pressure. You make some curry chicken when you're like 3 years old. Like, how is this Father's Day? That's
Actually, precious shit.
It sounds like New York slang. Or like LA, or like some like central, like
when you pushing product, cuz you know that shit
Yeah.
fresher, man.
that type of shit.
Yeah. Something like Jay-Z was say or some shit.
And then sometimes you hear the Russian. Like sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like in his off words.
Yeah.
If he uses like the or like,
Wait.
then you hear the
Like-
Russian. And it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Damn, bro, you're such a unique voice. I told him he should do voice acting.
I could see it, man. He's like playing like someone in Brooklyn or something like that.
Yeah.
Like a Russian Brooklyn mobster or something. Anyway, though, man, I want to talk a little bit about your music, though, man, because
Sure.
a lot of people, you stay very low key, but a lot of people don't realize the amazing shit that you're making, man. And we've been making music for years, man.
It's true.
Yeah.
We have been.
And you make a very unique blend of different genres. And yeah, man, how did that start for you? Learning about music.
Well, honestly, my dad, he has a collection of CDs about the size of this wall.
About twice the size of it.
Yeah.
Twice the size of this house.
He really just like, he's a conga player, so he plays, he's played in bands my whole life, but he's always just been like playing me music from all over the world since I was a kid. So my core memories are like a deep cut from like Congo, a band from like the 60s, and then I'm smelling French toast and waking up in the morning and going down, and then they're like, like drum rhythms that I still like have no idea how to do, and like this like like all these crazy time signatures, but it's just like ingrained in me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that, and then discovering hip hop whenever I was like 9 or 10, maybe 11, 10, 11. But you can find out whenever the song Over was on Much Music. And I was downstairs. I don't know.
2008, maybe?
2008.
I think that's when it came out.
That's like 09, 010.
So I would have been 11. Yeah, would have been 11. And yeah, like that. That kind of was the first Drake, right? Whenever Drake was like
Just coming
between
up.
our age, like 22.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, and I'm like, damn, like Drake at that age, like, fuck, bro, like he's
Back when I was 22, I always
Yeah.
knew.
Different.
Like, it may not mean nothing to y'all.
Yeah, that's when I actually like Drake. Like after nothing was the same. It really wasn't the same.
No.
For real,
Yeah.
though.
No, and not in the way he wanted it to be.
Yeah, if you're reading this, it's pretty good.
Cool.
If you're reading this, it's too late.
Yeah, I like that.
What?
Couple of good songs on there.
Yeah. There was some filler for sure.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I think, what was that one with the diamonds with Future?
Oh, that was a good one. That collab album.
Jumpman and
I
only know
Digital
like-
Dash.
I only know like 2 songs.
That was a good album.
Yeah.
I got a real big team, and
Yeah.
some real big rings.
But I just was so, like, that's what I wanted to be,
Yeah.
But I had no idea what the culture meant at that time. Had no idea, and I don't think Drake did either. Not gonna lie.
Probably just trying to switch it up.
Yeah, he was definitely good, a showman.
Yeah.
I know nothing
Grew
about
up an
Drake.
actor and all that, so.
Yeah, he was in Degrassi and all that stuff, but like I don't know, like
I think that he noticed that there was an empty place in the market for like more of a pop, sensitive,
Yeah.
family friendly, more of an emotional R&B pop rap guy who's also kind of like a ladies man kind of thing.
definitely
And
a
he
ladies
played
man.
the role very well. Yeah.
Definitely a ladies man.
I don't get it, bro. His album's called For the Dogs, but I don't hear no dogs listen to that shit.
No, I know. Like, that's why the comparison from now, Drake 22 to 32 or 25 to 35.
Yeah.
Of course, I love to talk about artists. Like, that's my inspiration. Back then.
Yeah.
And then I listened to nothing but mainstream rap for like 8 years or 7 years. You know what I'm saying? Like I was listening. The only kind of the off thing was Kendrick, like To Pimp a Butterfly, like the jazz and that. And then whenever that album came out, I was like, I understood that I have zero reference. Like subconsciously, I'm like, I'm not this. Like I'm not this. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody
I'm
is.
far from living any kind of lifestyle that
Like that.
I could talk about anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So then I started to like self-destruct at that point. At like 16, 15. Like,
What you mean by self-destruct?
I was like, I'm a bitch. Like, I have no life experience. I have zero understanding of how the world works. I live in a glass box. You know, I had no problems. So I went and created something, basically. Subconsciously. And, you know, I started...
kind of rebellious, like, attitude.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I embraced it, and I started smoking dope, and the stuff I was listening to, I started doing it. You know, I started hanging out with girls and smoking dope and drinking and hanging out with people that would allow me to do that. And you know, but of course now, this is me realizing. I didn't know what I was doing back then. I was just going in a direction. You know, but now I see that it was actually like, you know, jealousy. And it was a lot of negative emotions that came out of me being envious of these rappers. You know?
So you were jealous of the lifestyle they had or something?
I was jealous of, like, you know, I thought that they were cool, right? And I had no concept of what that meant. And I wanted to have money, and I wanted to impress people. Yeah. And, you know, and I was insecure about myself. And I really just was trying to create some sort of trauma in my life so that I could then talk about it.
Oh, wow.
I can relate to that. Like, you're jealous of the life experience that they've had and the troubles that they went to in order to make such great art and wisdom and all this.
Exactly. Because their stuff just sounded real to me. Like, it was the only music that I wanted to listen to at that time.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, stupidly, I'm like, oh, how can I become closer to this? You know what I'm saying? And then that's whenever my problems started. You know, I started skipping school. I started, you know, I had great marks. I never tried to get great marks, right? I always had great marks, and then I just didn't go. And then of course you're not going to get good marks, you know, if you're not going. And then, you know, I was always, you know, rapping and freestyling with these different people, and just like I knew I had some ability. You know, I knew I had something in terms of like rhythm and just flow, and because I loved it, and it was like the only thing that I really loved doing.
Okay.
Besides like playing sports. But again, it was kind of pulling me away from sports too, because it was smoke and drinking and all this kind of stuff. And unfortunately, I thought that they just went together. You know, but not now at 25.
Can't do that. No.
They don't have to.
It's better when they don't.
It's better
when
you're
way more creative than you're not drinking and smoking.
Because you're not you. You know,
Yeah.
The more you can be you, the better your art's going to be, or the more authentic your art's going to be. But yeah, I guess we got off a little bit there, but
Right on.
That was a great stream of consciousness, man. I liked it a lot.
appreciate that because it's honest. You know, whenever I was going through it, I would have been, oh, this is just me. But now looking back, it's like, no, that's what I was doing.
So, what type of artists and types of content you consuming now?
I don't consume a lot. No, I have a really hard time listening to mainstream rap now. I have a really, really tough time listening to pop. I always have.
Even Key Glock.
What is that?
Even Yeet and Key Glock.
You know what? There's 2 Yeet songs that I really fuck with.
Really?
Yeah. What is it? Can't Stop It.
Okay.
Can't Stop It. It's one I showed you, and you were like, oh, this is different. He usually doesn't make stuff like this. And one of the other ones on that album, I forget the name.
This shit was lit, but here is a bell.
I don't even know, like that. Yeet is Russian, no? Or
something like
Ukrainian
that.
or something like
Ukrainian,
that?
yeah.
Crazy.
I thought
Such a different voice.
I heard somebody, some people getting mad that he was Ukrainian and he wasn't speaking out about like the Russian-Ukraine war.
Oh.
I'm like, who the fuck wants to hear Yeet's opinion on it?
That's also true.
Anyway, I don't want to
true.
get you off track of the question you were asking.
But yeah, like.
So you don't listen to nothing at all, man?
What I do is I pick a CD from my dad's collection,
Okay.
and I just throw it in the car.
I understand.
And listen to that for like a month. You know what I'm saying? Right now I'm listening to an artist named Wesley.
Okay.
He's I believe, I don't know if he's Afro-Cuban, but I'm pretty sure the band is.
Yeah.
And he's Afro, and I think he was in his late 20s whenever the CD came out, and he signed it for my dad.
Oh.
CD signed, And I sampled many of these songs like that, like on this album, and I made a couple tracks. I have this collection of music that I made called Sample King.
Nice.
And it's just all samples that are cleared from these CDs because of their age, or because of the type of sample that I take. It wouldn't. I mean, whatever you want to say, but I know if I release this music, there wouldn't. And if there was, then I'm doing something right.
Yeah, of course.
So I've never let sampling stop you from making music or trying to release it. That's my opinion.
All music is stolen.
Really, at the end of the day. But yeah, no, I consume it so much, and now I have probably 10 songs in rotation for different moods.
Oh, okay.
And I'm the type of guy I'll play the same song 15 times. I'm not even joking. I'll sit down and listen to the same song 15 times in a row, and just absorb it fully.
I do that sometimes too.
Yeah, it's hard for me to just put on a YouTube mix.
Yeah, oh man, I can't stand the YouTube mixes these days. I relate to what you're saying though, because I find myself listening to the same old songs that I like as well. Straying a bit away from the more negative hard trap that I used to listen to. Listening to. I still like Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane really, his last album was a bit more positive and uplifting. But
go take your money and invest it in some real estate.
I like listening to old school dancehall songs, because the new school dancehall just a bit too violent and crazy. I relate to what you're saying.
But dancehall is wild, man.
Dancehall is a fucking insane genre.
Girl, shake your pussy, shake your pussy to the floor, put that pussy in the
you guys seen those videos of people dancing, but they're just attacking each other?
Yeah, jumping off the...
Yeah. And it's there's a video I saw, this little guy, and this girl, she must have been 250, 300 pounds, and she just jumps on him. And I'm like...
That must
have broke you.
Some mosh pit type shit?
I guess she's twerking on him or something, but
wow.
She's
at least he died happy.
He was laying on the ground, and she just came and
boom.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like that. And I'm like, I like it. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
But I just couldn't understand, because physics would put that man in a body bag. That's the only part I don't get.
BBL body bag.
If you want to keep dancing, maybe don't do that.
Yeah. For real.
It was over after that.
That's crazy, man. There's a lot of different doors that could go down from just what you shared about your experience. But one thing that I think is interesting about us is kind of similar is that I also got into music from my dad's CD collection.
Nice.
And he's got a big entertainment stand in his living room with 100 CDs. Not nearly as much as your dad, but
Oh, my dad's psychopathic.
And I think if my dad could afford it, he'd probably have about 10,000 CDs. But
you know what's funny? My mom's brother also has a CD collection, 10 times bigger than my dad's.
No way.
Most boring guy on the planet. Love him. I'm sorry, I love this guy. He's amazing. Shout out to John. He's a beauty. This man is 60 years old and can run a marathon like nothing.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
In shape.
Every aspect of his life, every CD is color coded, has a little sticker on it with a color based on genre and artist.
Oh my gosh.
He downloaded the entire collection onto his computer, and it took, I think it was 3 terabytes.
Wow.
In CDs.
Just
It's a lot of music.
I'm like, damn.
Kind of like an OCD or an autism kind of thing, probably.
Yeah, but he's definitely a little bit on the spectrum. Never had a girlfriend in his life.
Yeah.
I definitely shouldn't be saying this. Maybe don't.
It's about to get serious.
We got our thinking caps on. That Tobias, as well as being an amazing musician, is also a profound worldwide house party chess player.
Cap.
This man is a professional chess athlete in national tournaments.
He's actually the #1 chess player in the entire world.
At Bubba's.
Yeah. Only there.
On the back patio.
Is this your first time playing somebody sober?
Oh, well, actually, in the last 2 months, I've been doing that a lot. But that would have been a fair question 2 months ago.
Yeah, okay, but
that would have been a fair question 2 months ago. I enjoyed it. I would be like, if you win, you know, I'll buy you a drink.
Oh shit!
But if I win, then you buy me a drink, right, and then it would get more interesting, and the more I would get drunk.
Yeah. I feel a little bit intimidated that I'm white right now, and I got to make the first move.
You're white?
I hope not. So people think that I'm like kind of saying to you, I don't really look like I'm from the island either.
That's true.
I've had so many people ask me if I'm Greek or Lebanese or something.
Lebanese.
Yeah.
Because you do have more facial, bro. Like you're like 20.
Yeah.
I'm 25. I can't grow a beard.
Bro, when I first met Gary, he was like 17. I thought he was like 25.
Yeah.
But did I have a beard at that point?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
That must where's your mom from?
From here. But like I guess like the ethnicity is like I'm just like all Europe, bro. I'm just like Scottish, Irish, English, bit of German, bit
The Scottish have hair on their backs.
Yeah, we have some hair on our backs.
The Scots. Scots play chess
Very
too.
young lassie, get some skin on your back.
Yes. Must do an accent for one of your music videos there by get Rafe. Rafe can do accents.
Oh, so good. I can't do accents, but I've been working on impressions a little bit.
Okay.
I don't know if I've done this on camera before, but when it comes to chess, Tobias, I'm the best at chess. I have the biggest boards. I'm the biggest boards.
That's actually good. That's actually good, bro.
I have the biggest pieces. I have the biggest king. I have the best king. I've talked to many chess players. They say, Donnie, you're the best. All right.
Donnie,
you're the best. I gotta be honest. I've seen a lot of chess players, and you're the best.
I actually don't know if I can do any impressions.
I got that, and then I got Mike Tyson. Every day, brother, I just wake up and I pray to God, man. I'm just so happy to be alive, man. It's just all thanks to Allah, man. The greatest.
Yeah,
the greatest.
That's actually good.
Anybody have any bathrooms?
For true.
You don't know nothing about doing Chevy, bro. You can't go and tell me, bro.
Alright, make the first move. Scott.
Yeah.
Donnie.
First move.
But we play. I also want to ask you a little bit about quitting smoking.
Yes, sir.
Because you stopped smoking cigarettes.
I've stopped smoking everything.
Yeah. And the cigarettes are the one that I'm knocking right now.
Yeah.
Like I'm in the process of it. And I have a few questions about how you did that, why you did that. Well, the reasons why are obvious, of course. But what's your mindset with that? Is it like a permanent I'm never going to smoke again, or is it I'm just putting it
Honestly, I don't think I'm ever going to smoke a cigarette again.
That's good.
Like that's
Stick to
it's
it.
kind of annoying to say actually because I'm gonna be honest, I love it. I love the feeling of tobacco.
Yeah.
But
I agree with that.
I learned that like you can smoke tobacco in a respectful way, basically, and it's this specific type of tobacco called mapacho,
Right.
and it's organic. It's from like South America, as far as I understand, and it's really natural, and it has no preservatives. It has no chemicals, and the way that you smoke it is like in ceremony.
Yeah.
So you set an intention, and tobacco is actually one of the oldest plants. Like, it's so old. It's insane how old it is. It's older than I just realized it's older than ayahuasca. It's older than yeah, and it's considered a protector.
So, how is it the oldest? Like,
well, it's not the oldest, but it's damn old. It's like it's like a couple million years older.
I think
than
what I
ayahuasca.
try to say is like ayahuasca and these other plants, they were a case of genetic mutation, or like how did they just come about to be? How does one plant be older than another plant?
Well, I feel like just like people, right? Just like Neanderthals or Homo Deus or all the different types of humans, they evolved different characteristics.
Environment and things.
The environment, right?
Yeah, makes sense.
So like the plant would have just had the compounds to develop at that time, and then another plant would have just had the environment and the weather and the other because they're all related to each other. You know what I'm saying? Just like humans, just like mammals, we're all related to each other, right? So different animals, different plants would have come about at different times, and tobacco is considered one of the older plants that we've always used, that humans have used for centuries, as a protector. So you bless your space with tobacco.
I definitely do.
You you really try to be intentful with what it is that you're doing with tobacco.
Yeah.
And it's been just like the rap industry. It's been exploited by the government.
True, man.
To make money.
Make it deadly.
Make it deadly. Put chemicals in it that destroy your body, and that creates bacteria in your body that says that you basically need it if you don't smoke it. And that's not normal. And also just even inhaling it. You're not even supposed to inhale it.
Really?
No, you're supposed to just puff it in your mouth.
Yeah.
Which to me is wild.
Yeah, that's why I like cigars a lot. Did you...
Sure.
Fuck. Did you, do any research on it or anything, like getting ready to quit, where you, learn more about it or how to quit or the best ways to quit or anything?
Well, I was never a pack-a-day guy.
That's good.
I was never anything close to that.
Yeah.
I'd like to mix tobacco with weed. And I've also found from a guy that I recently met, a shaman, who told me that it's very disrespectful to mix the two together. Fortunately, because I love doing that. But yeah, just noticing the differences in my body, noticing the routine. It wasn't something that I needed to do ever.
Yeah.
Some of my friends would stop, wouldn't have a cigarette for 40 minutes or an hour, and they would just start tapping their foot and just go crazy.
Bro, even after right after I have one, I'm always doing that.
Yeah, and it's just but you're not a pack-a-day guy.
I'm
Pack-a-day?
I'm 10 to 20 a day, yeah.
Yeah, but I still feel like you're not as bad as some guys that I know.
Oh yeah, there's always the worst example.
There's always
some guys are 2-3 packs a day.
True,
yeah,
true. But if you're getting close to that, then again, you're younger than me. But I just think it's important to really try and it might be fun. It might be harder to have those conversations with yourself. You don't have to have it with anybody, just yourself. It's why am I doing this?
Yep.
What is it that I'm avoiding? You know what I mean? There's no answer. There's no answer that I can give you, but it's just because that for me it was I'm actually destroying my life with this shit. Not just because of how it's hurting my body, but the money that I spend on it, the time that I spend doing it,
the lack of energy,
focus,
and all that,
everything. And so what I would always tell myself is so many times I'm driving by the weed store in the last couple weeks, and I'm I have money in my bank account. It's before 9, so I can go. It's not. It's open, and I'm no, I don't want to do that. I'm just sitting there and I'm in my car. I'm driving by. I'm my brain is telling me so many things to get me to go.
Oh man,
it's like you'll be more creative in your process.
Yeah.
You'll this and that.
Happier.
But exactly what I found out is that with weed I would be very, very creative for the first 20-30 minutes.
Yep.
And then I would get stuck in a loop whenever I'm creating.
Yeah.
And then I would burn out, and then I would get tired, then I would get hungry, and then I would sleep.
Yeah.
And it's just wow. But if I'm sober, I can sit for 2-3 hours.
I agree.
And I feel it's a lot more, I'm paying a lot more attention to what the song needs.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I'm more in tune with my emotions. I'm not hiding. from anything. I'm not like just forcing.
Yeah.
You know.
No.
So do you find it was harder to drop the weed than the cigarettes?
For me, yes.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Because I'm like the exact opposite.
And what the thing is that I would always combine the two. So once I kind of realized that I was combining them, I was just like, because I've been combining them for a while, like since high school, and I realized that like I wouldn't want one without the other.
Yeah.
And then I just kind of, I would go through phases where I'm smoking joints, or I'm smoking bongs, or I'm smoking spliffs, or I'm smoking blunts. And then I was like, you know what? To be honest, like having a kid really made it that much easier. And I haven't been I haven't really smoked anywhere near the amount that I used to since her birth, really. You know, like the last 2 months I've been completely dry from everything, but the last year and 3 months I've been like significantly declined. And I would never do it whenever I had her. I would always wait until afterwards, and then I would get more reward from that too.
Right.
But yeah, quitting was probably the best choice I made in a while.
100%.
Yeah. Along with wanting to stick around and be the best father that I could be for Belle, I'd say quitting is part of that, really, because that's part of the decision of being a good father for her. Because it's not serving me, right? Whatever is not serving me is not going to serve her. And that's just it.
That's a nugget of wisdom right there.
Those nuggets.
Don't say nuggets. I'm hungry.
I thought you were going to say like nugs of weed or something. I've been actually reading a book. Have you ever heard of Alan Carr's Easy Way to Quit Smoking?
I haven't, no.
It's amazing, man. Especially like if you ever get times where you feel the nicotine demon at you again, like it's so good, man.
Mm-hmm.
He breaks down the nicotine addiction. Basically, it's like we have all these like excuses and reasons that we say that we smoke, like, you know, it relaxes me, or I like the way that, you know, I like the way it smells, it gives me energy, da-da-da-da-da. And he basically systematically breaks down all the reasons why you think you want to smoke, to it's all just brainwashing that happens when you get addicted to the nicotine. So nobody actually...
That's exactly it.
Yeah, nobody actually likes the taste of cigarettes. We just put up with it for long enough to get our nicotine fix.
Yeah.
So then we trick our brain into saying that we like it because we associate it with this drug that we're addicted to.
Yeah. Your brain, if you're good at convincing anybody of anything, you're 10 times better at convincing yourself of something.
Facts. Man, I'm making dumb decisions right now, man.
You got your king protected pretty well.
Yeah, but...
That one, your move back was good, but now I got you in a pin, so
You do, it's like...
see what's happening.
Yeah, I don't really know my way out of this one. Actually, I do. Kind of.
Oh.
Yeah, and then it breaks down a lot of things, but it's like basically the way to easily stop smoking is, number one, that's why I asked you this, is number one, make the decision with yourself you're never going to smoke another cigarette again. And then also realize that you're not actually giving anything up. There's absolutely no advantages to the cigarettes. They don't relax you. You just feel relaxed because the last cigarette give you this nicotine withdrawal that you're relieving.
Wow.
So, it doesn't relax you, it doesn't give you energy, it actually takes away a lot of your energy. And 100% of your life will be completely better without it. So you're not giving anything up, you're getting rid of this demon that's fucking with you. And, yeah, so I'm basically within a week, the promise I've made to myself is that I'm gonna have my last cigarette and never smoke them again. And I'm super excited for it.
That's amazing, man.
And of course, there's a little. Oh fuck! You got the four diagonal line up.
Can't be past that.
And
It's a good game.
it actually is. I'm doing. I don't know if I'm doing better than I expected, or you're taking it easy on me, but
No, I'm enjoying this.
Me too.
I think it's a good game. I think the conversation is good too. Like I haven't really used this part of my brain that much. Like I had this feeling of like being on a speaking about these types of things while playing.
Yeah.
It's more so just like social.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is kind of more personal and like in depth.
Yeah. Hits you on 2 different levels.
Yeah, I think like, and especially too with my music, I would always use music as an excuse.
Yeah.
For smoking, drinking, like.
You'd say it helps you get better at it.
Yeah, right. It's just me convincing myself to get the drug, using whatever like.
You have an excuse.
Yeah, and I just feel like that's just like such a shitty place to be as an artist. It's like there's so many artists who rely on that shit, and I don't like that.
No.
I really don't like that.
It's where you see someone like a Juice WRLD or something like that, where it's like so talented, but then they're held down by all these addictions, man. Terrible addictions. Yeah, smoking's one though that's like, it's crazy, man, because like you have, say you take like, you can king there. I thought you had to put this one down there.
Well, if I was on this side.
Oh, that's how it is. Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
It's castling. You can only do it if you've never been in check, or if somebody's blocking your path. Like let's say your queen was like here. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be able to do that. I wouldn't be able. You're blocking my path.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I haven't moved either of those pieces. You can't move them either. If you moved either piece, or you've been in check, or somebody's blocking your path, you can't do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, it's such a terrible addiction too, because if you say you take like a big bowl and you're really high, you don't want to go and take a bowl 15 minutes later. Mm. And you're a bit different because you haven't been like, if you smoke nicotine, you're still hooked to nicotine, but you haven't had like a massive addiction like that.
No, it was always mixed. The way that I would get addicted to nicotine was mixed with
mixing it
every single time.
Same, yeah.
Yeah, like smoking poppers and.
Oh
yeah,
poppers.
You're the devil, bro.
They're quite literally, they're the most unhealthy way to smoke anything.
You, bro.
Really?
Yeah. That's because nicotine shuts down your lungs.
Yeah.
It closes your lungs, like your areoles. It like shrinks them and like damages them.
Feel it, yeah.
And then weed does the opposite. It opens them.
Oh yeah.
So you're getting the nicotine smoke deeper into your lungs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the funny thing about nicotine, man, and why it's so like terrible too, is that like, or say you have a hunger for food, you eat a meal, you feel full, at least for like the next like 4 or 5 hours, 3 hours, something like that. But if you smoke a cigarette, you're not content at all. It's as soon as you ash it out, the nicotine's leaving your body and you want more. Mm-hmm. And nicotine isn't even something you need. It's like if it boosts your serotonin or something like that, serotonin is something we naturally want. But nicotine isn't even, we don't produce nicotine. It's just some random,
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's such a terrible thing. And smokers find it hard to quit when they think they're genuinely giving something good up.
It's made terrible. It's made into a terrible thing.
Yeah.
By people trying to make money off of people's addictions.
And they spray it with like 200 different chemicals.
Dude, think about that for a second. How many unnatural things are in it that are man-made?
Yeah.
And it's in our bodies, and all the bacteria that is created in our bodies to put up with the damage is the same bacteria that's calling for more of it.
Yeah, crazy, yeah.
And it is pretty
evil,
pretty wild. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm very excited to have that not be part of my life. And even right now, I'm not really smoking weed that much or anything like that, so that's the last thing I need to kick, and then I'm basically, you motherfucker. How the fuck you do that? Now, what's the move in chess? I don't think that this is a time that I can make it, but just out of curiosity, is there a time in chess where you can like take a pawn like that?
Yes, it's called en passant.
But I can't do it here. Or anything like that.
So if I go like this,
yeah,
you can go like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But that's only because it's my first move as a pawn, and I'm deciding to do a double move. Gotcha. And I land next to an opponent.
Wow.
They can take me like that.
That's very specific.
Yeah. I love whenever I'm playing online chess and I know the guy doesn't know that move. And I just go and he's like probably raging. He's like, "Fuck! This guy's hacking, bro."
Got the aimbot and chess bot.
There is chess bots.
Really?
They're nuts. There's people who run like AI programs on chess, and you know this guy Hikaru.
Yeah.
He's nuts, and there's chess bots that come up against him quite a bit because they want to play like the best guy with the best rating, and also if you're an AI bot like chess bot, you're going to be able to have a high rating. So you're going to get matched with a guy like that, and he's like he knows immediately by the way that the person moves, even in a computer, that it's a bot. He's like, there's no way that they could have known this move.
Yeah. This next move's.
I have a question for you guys. What's a Prince Edward Island's artist's lyrics that you've had stuck in your head for the longest time?
Well,
if any.
I'll think of mine. No. It's a good question, man.
I know mine.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. TNA.
Which one?
I can't actually say it. Young booby better run, better get the gold. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've
I've heard that one in a minute, man. That's a good track.
I switched out the N-word with booby.
That one.
Sometimes it's Mrs.
Mrs. Booby, Mister.
I'll think about that one.
Mr. Better run, better get the gold. Yeah. I already know. Yeah. I think it's because I performed live with him in the Umbrella Collective. I don't know what it was. I just always had those lyrics stuck in my head.
Now that you say the Umbrella Collective, probably Charles.
Yeah.
Charles always gets stuck in my head. Like either Overkill, because I mix and master Overkill, so I had to hear like a million times, or like No Fear is a classic.
Charlie Ruth too. I would say.
He's underrated as fuck, man.
Rise and grind. You are just in time. You came with hate, but I give you a shot.
Crazy flow.
Or even like I have some of his unreleased stuff because he sends me a lot of stuff, so a lot of that will get stuck in my mind too.
He's got a very contagious type voice.
Oh yeah. I wonder, like, I've always wanted to ask him if he naturally has always just talked like that, or if he's like trained it.
It's probably both.
Probably a bit of both.
Yeah. He's getting way better, like way more like versatile too in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
It's probably one of my favorite local artists. Just in a he's just so himself, man. I really fuck with that.
Me too. Yeah, I like that too. I really like. Also, Kilbride gets stuck in my head all the time too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like you heard a song "To My Grave," like. I'm 6 feet to my grave with a minute in my side piece. Grandness in a rave.
I love freestyling with Kilbride.
Yeah,
he's one of the only people that I like. Well, back whenever we used to, me and Mark used to go.
Man, those were the good old days.
Old Boy, yeah. Shout out to Old Boy, by the way.
One of the greatest freestylers, like on the island. One of the greatest freestylers I've met.
Yeah. You know that it's nothing. It ain't no discussion. I miss that guy, man. Is he still on the island, man?
Yeah, he's still here.
He's still here.
Mm-hmm.
Man, shout out to Old Boy. I worked with him. Like we worked together picking apples.
Yeah.
That was dope, we got the truck stuck.
Really?
And we spent like an hour trying to like pry that thing out of the ditch, and we actually got it. He was so excited, man. He was like, "Whoa, let's go!"
That's funny, man. I wonder how he's doing.
He's probably still living with his mom out there, right?
Probably. If I had to guess.
Yeah.
I have his own spot.
I actually would love to know how he's doing. Just kind of disappeared. I didn't even know. I didn't even talk to him or anything.
It's a pretty defensive game you guys got.
Yeah, we're both playing it safe. I guess I had some risky moves, but...
I'm coming for your night.
I'm coming for your night, bro. Fuck you.
I like it whenever players take their time.
It's your move, right?
No, this is my move.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay, yeah. Interesting. Kind of wanted that knight, to be honest. Like, if I were to be completely honest about it.
I'm coming for it.
Oh, wait, there's really no move I can make.
That's what I'm saying.
Kind of fucks things up.
I mean, there might be some crazy thing.
Yeah, my bad. I didn't think you made a move since that I was waiting for you.
Oh shit! I should have told you.
It's alright.
This kind of is like it doesn't look like anything changed.
Yeah, but a lot changed.
Yeah.
That changed like my entire plan.
That's the game, man.
Exactly. That's what I like about chess is you always have to be re-strategizing because your plan falls through in 2 seconds.
I played this really this guy who like studies chess. Whenever I was living in Antigonish, and he.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there you go. See, there it is.
I didn't realize that until now.
Shit. And he like studies chess and he's really into it. And my style of play really threw him off. And I beat him the first game. But then he destroyed me like 10 times in a row once he figured out the way that I played. This dude, like, they plug every move into a chessboard, like online, and then they study their own games.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's crazy. He's probably like a legend though.
Oh, his rating is like 1,500.
Oh wow.
Yeah, which is really good for somebody that any of us would know.
Yeah, for
because
sure.
we're in a part of the world where literally
nothing happens.
Yeah. Like if you're talented here, you're like the size of a fucking goldfish.
Yeah. So is this your usual style of playing, or are you kind of mixing it up?
I'm just going with the flow.
Yeah. I guess I was white too, so you were kind of just following my lead a little bit. Eh?
I'm impressed. I'm impressed with your. That was the best move. I'm enjoying like. The challenge of this game.
I've been playing it quite a bit. Chev and I had a phase where I taught you chess, right? And I was just teaching him stuff and whooping him every night and stuff. And we were kind of like really into it for a while. I love chess though. If you play chess throughout the day, you're in the right mindset for the day.
It's true. I wish I could play in person all the time. I don't like playing online as much.
Yeah. Trying to make worse decisions online.
Yeah.
It's not real or something. Interesting. Why'd you make that move, man? If you don't mind me asking.
I don't like this pawn. The thought of this disappearing and then my queen is exposed to your rook.
Oh, so now you can take my knight, eh?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna move it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hope you have a good set. I think should be golden. Should be Gucci.
I'll be right back, fellas.
Yep. It is actually a really good game.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Stand off. We should add each other on drchess.com.
I'd be down, bro. Let's do it.
One thing that I would say about quitting smoking is that it's better to be easy on yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's better to like arrive instead of force.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if you're still smoking, like, and I'm fresh.
Yeah.
So I'm not much to talk. It's just like, if you're still smoking, there's a reason why you are,
Mm-hmm.
and you're still getting something from it. And don't beat yourself up.
Yeah.
Like arrive to wherever you're fully ready to stop, and you'll just know. You know what I mean? Don't force yourself to do anything. Don't say, I'm never going to do it again.
Yeah.
You know? If I smoke a cigarette tomorrow, I'm still going to be on the mission of quitting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel that perspective.
Nice.
I think that was the best move.
That's a good move.
For me, it's more like, and this is what I've been learning from the book too, is that I don't necessarily agree that it's like if you are still smoking, it's that you're getting something out of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that you're still addicted to the nicotine drug. Because that's the only thing to get out of it.
No, I know. No, well, it's not. It's not. Like, it does... There's a lot you can get out of smoking. There's nothing wrong with smoking. I don't think. There's nothing wrong with eating a cheeseburger. There's nothing wrong with... It's just... If you've identified something in your life that you don't want to be doing, and you're still doing it, then you have a problem.
Exactly.
Right? And it's bringing you something. I'm not saying that something is good, but it's bringing you something that you haven't identified how to live without yet, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And so, whenever you figure out what it is that you're getting from it, because it is something if you're doing it, is what I'm saying, then it's so much easier to stop, because you've identified what that thing is.
What would you say about, like, someone who's, like, 67 that is still smoking, and they're, like...
That's a different level of addiction. Entirely.
Yeah, of course, but, like...
Because longer than you've been alive, they've been doing that.
Yeah,
pattern.
But would you say that they're still getting something out of it, or
they're completely... It's... Like, what they're getting out of it... They have not been able to do the work to look inside, and it's like, what are you hiding from by engaging in this toxic activity that you yourself, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
It's something deeper than just...
It is. It's deeper than just nicotine, is what I'm saying.
And I get what you're saying too. You're obviously not telling me not to quit. You're just saying to be easy. And if I say I'm never going to smoke again, and then I do it, go and
it's
smoke...
It's easy to beat yourself up.
It is,
yeah. And that's what I'm saying not to do, just because... that can lead... If you're beating yourself up, it leads to more smoking. It leads to more toxic behavior.
Yeah.
Is basically my philosophy.
For real. And then you go, oh, well, I'm never going to be able to quit. I'm just going to keep smoking and that kind of thing.
Oh, man.
Tricky, eh? I also think, though, that, like, if you think, well, one day I'll smoke, or I'll just stop smoking for a month or something like that, then you're kind of reinforcing the idea that there's value to smoking and that it's something that you enjoy doing.
It can be something that you enjoy doing. There's nothing wrong with admitting that.
Is it? Heroin is something that heroin addicts enjoy doing, but it's just the chemical...
But there's no point in saying that there's anything wrong with doing it, because it's one of the most addictive substances. So are you wrong for being addicted to it?
No, and it's not a shame thing, like I'm bad, but it's realizing...
But it is for a lot of people.
This monster... Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But this monster has taken a hold on me for long enough. Mm-hmm, and it's doing nothing good for me. And you know what? I don't enjoy doing it. And I don't like it. And I don't feel the need to have to smoke, ever.
I think if that's where you are now... Yeah. Then that's great.
And obviously that's kind of what the book teaches, but it's also like... It's more like I listened to the book and I was like... Oh, like... Yeah, that's exactly it for me. Mm-hmm.
Well, if that's where you are, and you're actually like completely ready to take that next step of, like, you know, this is something that I'm prepared to you know, to like suffer through until it's not a habit anymore. You know what I mean? If that's where you are now at 20, then that's amazing, dude. I'm just saying, if you fall back, you know, the less harsh you can be on yourself is what's going to allow you to get to where you want to be. Yeah. Right? Just forgiving yourself.
I feel that.
Like, you know, knowing that. And it's also like you have your own back too. Like, oftentimes it's like people, you know, things happen and they get angry and they lash out, and it's like the thing that you want to have happen is more likely to happen if you don't lash out.
Yeah.
In some situations, huh?
Most, if not all.
Sorry, I was kind of focusing on the play there, but the thing that you don't want to happen, if you lash out, is more likely to happen.
Yeah, but or the other way, like the thing that you want to happen the thing that you want to have happen is less likely to happen if you lash out, right? If you beat yourself up, if you beat somebody else up, if you judge somebody, if you judge yourself, if you have an outburst and you have a really big release of negative emotions, you're just setting yourself back.
Yeah.
And if you set expectations for yourself, it's easier for that to happen.
Yeah.
What better thing to do is just kind of point yourself in a direction and just keep on every day making those steps. Was my approach.
Yeah.
I wanted to quit whenever I was 20. I wanted to quit every year. For the last 5 years, I wanted to quit. I always told people I'm going to quit tomorrow, this and that. It wasn't until I just kind of separated myself from those people.
Yeah.
And then really, and it has nothing to do with those people, right? Of course, it's me.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like,
something you got to do.
So, like, it was a slow progression in being with myself, and then realizing that this doesn't serve me, and I slipped up all the time.
Yeah.
And then eventually, it was like, all right, like I'm good now.
I'll take responsibility.
Yeah.
That's a hard one for me too, because like the main person I smoke with is my mom, which is funny. She's been smoking since she was like 14, so
that's different.
Yeah,
that's a different situation.
Oh, you motherfucker.
That's very interesting. See, I always got so much shit from my parents for smoking, because they both smoked whenever they were younger.
Yeah,
and they knew how much it took away. Mm-hmm. So especially my dad, he would get. And that's funny. He would get pissed at me. I would get upset and then smoke.
That's how it works.
And I was like, what? I was like, how is this productive? Like, I told him, what you want is you're destroying that possibility, because I emotionally don't know how to deal with this. Mm. And I realized so many of my emotional issues, I would just go and smoke instead of deal with it.
Oh yeah.
And then now it's like I don't have that. So now all of this stuff, maybe wounds from whenever I was like 13, are just out there in the open, right? And now I have to confront all these things that I never confronted before.
Yeah.
So it's also making me more me. There's a lot of good that can come from just sitting with yourself and truly sitting with yourself, and you don't have any sort of external outlet.
Yeah.
That chemically changes what's going on in your brain. You know what I'm saying? And cigarettes does do that. It's not psychoactive, but they say cigarettes, like especially inhaling the smoke, it actually it's a suppressor. It suppresses things in your body and your emotions too, apparently.
Yeah, like numbs you.
Yeah. Oh man, this is a good game.
Definitely is.
Wow.
It's a really good game. Good move.
I don't know why I didn't do that earlier.
Me neither.
Was that protected before?
I don't remember. I can't remember. I know it's not protected. Ooh, with Battle of the Queens? My queen won't be protected. Fuck.
That was the pivot right there at the game, I think.
It was.
Because once he eats your rook, then you're done.
No,
my rook's protected, but I can't eat his.
It was the free piece, because right now we're pretty much even. I'm only winning by 2 pawns. But me getting this free piece, because this pawn was protecting this.
Yeah.
So as soon as I grab that, and then he moved here to challenge this, and this is not protected anymore by this pawn. Alright, so then I just eat this for free, and then that changes the dynamic of the board. Now I have control over the center of the board, kinda. It's not over. I just have 1 extra knight, and these can be detrimental towards the end of the game.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, so you got that bad boy.
What? Did I fuck up? Did I fuck up?
Think about it.
Yeah.
What?
Think about it.
Oh, jeez. What do you think? Do you want to show me mercy or...?
I'll show you mercy. Make another move.
Okay. I appreciate that, though. I don't know. Well, no, then I'll take your queen.
No, because you're in check, brother. I eat you, you're in check.
I would be fucked.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, then...
Because I just get another free piece.
Yeah. You'd have a free rook. Yeah. That's crazy.
I see what you're trying to do, though. You're trying to put double on this.
Yeah. And that was one of the... Actually, I'm not gonna reveal what I was gonna do because I still, laws of power.
Oh, this has been a good game so far. You like, there's no, unless it's like a queen, like unless it's my pieces just against one rook.
Yeah,
it's pretty much over. But like in this situation, it's still not over.
It's
yeah,
definitely not over. You just have like a horsey and two pawns.
4-point advantage.
And yeah, kind of in this part of the board, we're kind of in a stalemate though.
Mm-hmm. There's a guy who says to look at the board like a pyramid.
Mm.
So these 4 squares are like raised, and you want to have control over these 4 squares.
Yeah.
And then everything else goes down, and it's less important. And that's just a way to like.
Oh, you're king, man, bro. I won.
It's over. That's actually in real chess, as far as I know, or it might have been older chess. If you knock over your king, you lose the game. Yeah. And if it's touch move, and everything is timed, so it's like it adds. Oh my god!
I've always played touch move. It's always like if your hand is still in the piece, then
you got to move it. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like if you still touching the piece, then you can take it back. But as soon as you take your hand off the piece.
In tournaments, if you touch the piece, you got to move it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck that.
So what I do is like if people know that, then I'm like at the beginning of the game, I'm like, do you want to do touch move? And if they say yes, then yes. But if in the middle of the game some guy's like, oh, touch move, I'm like, fuck you, bro. We're just playing.
Yeah.
Like.
This is like a mental struggle.
Like that apple crisp. Jeez.
So good, man. You're gonna be feeding for it.
I actually am. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like,
We still got a piece left.
no. It's for you guys. It's for your mom. Oh man, I'm gonna have to thank your mom.
For sure. Okay, I'll spend like another 2 minutes thinking, and then I'll make my call here.
I like Kerry though. He doesn't care about like taking his time. A lot of players just like want to rush through it.
Yeah, I try to have a balance. I also don't want to be one of those guys who takes like 10 minutes every
Yeah.
But a move like this deserves some time because this is like super important. And you're trying to give me a hint there, like it's this one you must move.
I'm trying not to think about your position right now. I don't know. I'm either thinking that you go on the defensive, or you try and attack me from like the side, maybe. But we're trying to work in some pawn magic. Break down this.
I was thinking that.
Yeah. I don't know if that was the right move. This one might have been better, but. Ooh.
I don't know if that was the right move either, but I'm going for it.
That was a fucking great move. Shit. I didn't even see that. Jesus.
Jesus Murphy.
That was a good move, dude.
The queen is in danger.
His horse is in danger.
You want the horsey?
Either. If he moves the queen, I take the horse. If he moves the horse, I take the queen. So what do you call that? Not a gambit.
It's a fork.
Fork, yeah. Oh, you mother... Shut up. Fuck.
That was a good play.
Yeah.
Thought you.
Oh, but then I can do this.
You got me.
And then I line that one up.
Oh, baby. Game just changed.
Did. Can't really have like much of a plan in chess. It's kind of like life. You gotta move based on the circumstances that are handed to you.
God damn. Wow. That hurts.
You have your camera? Because this one's gonna die. We definitely can't miss the end of the game.
Yeah, my camera won't shoot for more than 5 minutes, so.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah, I see the battery. Don't you have the thing that keeps the battery charged?
I do. I don't know where it is, but I can find it though. We'll take like a quick 5 whenever the camera dies. It's gonna be the longest podcast we've ever done, but it's so good. I don't even know if we should make music tonight. I feel like we've been.
Yeah. I'm chill.
We could definitely I feel like getting that another night would be good. Also, at your place would be sick too, because it's much more room. I don't know if that's a right move or not, but I'll go for it.
You doomed, kid.
Have some faith, bro.
Shit.
I wonder how much of this is gonna be just us like breathing really heavy in the microphone. So.
No choice.
Check.
Yep.
Take your horse. I don't know if it's the right call or not, but fuck it.
It's a good call. Check.
Oh wait,
Can't you win? Fuck, you could have won the game, man.
No.
me or Tobias?
Yeah, if you would play it there.
No, he would just eat me.
Oh, okay.
Because I have protection.
I know exactly where you're going though. Oh fuck.
You only have one move.
Do I?
Yeah.
Am I fucked?
You might be.
Actually, might not be.
Check.
Now the only move is to go back,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
We can't stalemate it.
Mm.
It's no fun.
Mm. Check.
I should have checked you instead of taking your knight, eh?
Probably. Well, you might be able to get out of this, though. I gotta be very smart here. Check. I can't let him up. That's crazy.
Bro. You're gonna have to end up moving to Pawnee, or it's gonna be a stalemate.
No. What a game. Jesus. Exact same amount of pawns, too. Sheesh.
Man's out here counting pawns and trying to figure out how to not die. I think that's the move.
Let's checkmate.
Is it?
Yeah. Good game.
Good game, brother.
Shit.
I was not expecting to win that, man.
Yeah, that's checkmate. Good job.
Checkmate indeed.
Not only was I expecting not to win this game, I was not expecting to last more than like 10 minutes. Yeah, that's mate. That's
Good shit, man. That's a nice checkmate, too.
Damn. That's all my checkmates are usually one goes right up to the king and then another one is defending that.
Nice.
That's how I get like all my mates.
I'm humbled.
There you go.
Good job.
Wow, that's yeah. It's funny because you're kind of one of the people that encouraged me to get back into chess.
Mm-hmm.
So since then I've just been learning more about it and shit like that. But
No, man, that's
chess is dope.
that's a humbling moment for me. It's good to it's like you learn more whenever you lose,
You do.
right? So there's people that used to beat me all the time, and I started to beat. There's people that I cooked for like years that can smoke me now. There's people like it could change every single time we play. You know what I mean? That's why I love chess. 'Cause it's like there's no it's like sports. Like there's no knowing what way the outcome is going to be.
Exactly.
You know? But that was a really good game, man.
That was an amazing game. I'm kind of excited to edit this now. I'm gonna like put like that like in one corner and that in the other and shit. And yeah.
No, it's dope. That was dope.
Good shit.
Fuck, my ego hurts.
That's all right, bro. We'll do another one very soon.
No, we can play another one, man. I love it. I love it, man. Like it's I learned more than I would have if I won, right? So
For real. Tobias, thank you very much for being on the pod, man.
thank you guys.
It was a pleasure having you.
man.
You should. That was dope.